All right, tonight it is Tiller and Hatch pressure cooker meals straight from your grocer's freezer, or they can be delivered to your door, and I'll get into that in just a minute. But they are frozen meals for your pressure cooker, whatever kind you have. We're using a Ninja Foodi tonight, Ninja Foodi Deluxe, and the Instant Pot Duo Evo Plus. We're going to do 2 of those 4 I have right there. I'm going to explain all of it in just a minute, but let me tell you, by looking at their website and the ingredients, it looks like what they claim, which is restaurant quality. And they're being backed by some big names like Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez and Kim and Brad Paisley. So I'm kind of excited, because I'm always excited when somebody comes out with a product just for a pressure cooker. Because if you ever start using these things, you know what I mean if you already do. And if you haven't, start and you'll see what I mean. Because like 12 minutes, and we're going to time it. We're going to see how long it takes from start to finish to have these restaurant quality meals on your plate. I'm John Sanders, also known as Jelly 007. Let's get this started. All right, here are the 4 I purchased today. I got 2 of them at Walmart and 2 of them at Target. And here's the only 2 my particular Walmart had. But you can see right here what I paid for them, $11.98. And this is the only 2 they have, which turns out the 2 I'm going to do tonight, because me and Baby Doll talked about it. This is the one she wants, which is Chicken Tortilla Stew, and it is a 40-ounce bag, so there'll be plenty left over for a day or 2, or we'll share it. And then the one I wanted to try was the Farfalle, which is with Marsala sauce and chicken, and it really looks good on the bag. Both of them do. Well, all of them do, to be honest with you. And if you read a little bit on our website, it looks really good. Now, here's the 2 that came from Target, and I have a picture I made of their selection, so I'm going to put that up in a minute and let you see kind of what they had at my Target. I don't know that they're all the same, but here's what I paid. $7.49. If you look at this front bag, it's smaller, and then $12.99 for the back bag, this one right here. So the Italian chicken and gnocchi, which is a 20-ounce bag, was the $7.49. And again, it looks good. All of them do. And then the chicken tikka masala was a 40-ounce bag, and it was $12.99. So, and you can see this one says it cooks in 6 minutes. Now, that's after it comes to pressure and stuff like that. But, you know, I think the average is around 10 minutes. Like this one right here is 12. So, that's enough said. I'll get this started. When y'all come back, all we got to do is pour some water in each one of these, dump them in, and get it started. I'll be back. All right, so I want to point out something on the instructions right quick, because I know a lot of times it can be confusing to people, and I just want to point something out right here. Here are the instructions, and it says 22 ounces of water, and I hope you can see that. And then carefully cut open the sauce packets and squeeze them, you know, obvious. In fact, the rest of it makes sense. Here's a part I think might confuse some people. It says select meat stew. Well, all pressure cookers don't have a meat stew selection. In fact, neither one of these actually have the button you press, but it does say setting for 5 minutes, set it for 5 minutes and the pressure level to low. Now that's important, because that means a lot. And that's all a meat and stew. I mean, there's really no need in selecting meat and stew. Just go to custom. That's or whatever your just pressure, and then set it to low for 5 minutes on this particular cook. And then we're gonna, when the timer goes off, we're gonna do a natural release for 4 minutes, and then we're gonna do a quick release. So what I'm gonna do is 22 ounces of water. I've got that right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in for this one right here. And then here are the 2 packets that I'm going to cut open and put in. And then we're going to do the same thing right here, and it has almost identical instructions, except it's 20 ounces of water for this one. And then it also mentions that meat stew selection, which this cooker doesn't have either. But I'm going to manually set it for 6 minutes on the low setting. So I'll get these 2 packets in there, and then all you do is dump both the packets in, and then the rest of the bag, and then we'll start the cook. I'll be back. Okay, so right quick, I'll say I put these in hot water because I wanted them to be a little easier to get out of the bag, because they had been in the freezer right up to the point of this video, and they were going to be hard to get out. Now, here's the picture that I was telling you about from Target, and there's what there's a selection they had, and you can look and see. And then, but again, a lot of people is going to like that delivery, and it doesn't look that much more expensive. It might even be cheaper. I don't know. I hadn't done the math on it. But I'm about to get these ready, and as a matter of fact, this one called for 20 ounces of water on the back right here, so that's what I got right here, and in it goes. So I'm going to dry these off a little bit, get them cut open. I'm going to put both the bags that go in here and both the bags that go in there. When we come back, we're going to dump those in and get this started. I'll be back. All right, so I've got both of the sauce bags in each one of these, and this one called for 6 minutes at low. So all I had to do is pour this in now. There goes the whole bag. That's what it wanted. I'm going to put the pressure cooker lid on the Ninja. I'm going to hit power. I'm going to leave it. It's already on pressure. It's set to high though, so I'm going to set the temp to low, and then it wanted, I got to double check, 6 minutes. So we're going to do 6 minutes right there. We're going to hit start. We're off and running there. Now all I have to do, make sure you can still see what I'm doing, is dump this in here. Put the lid on. If you know, the lid already locks on this one, and this one's already sealed also. So now we got to, on this one, we have to come to, we're going to press pressure cook. We're going to come to custom. I'm going to do, let's see, it wanted 5 minutes, wasn't it? I believe it was. It wanted 5 minutes at low. So we're already on 5 minutes. And as a matter of fact, it's on low. I think I did this a while ago. But if it wasn't, you would just select this to where it's saying low if you have this exact pressure cooker. But that's all it's saying. I do think that's going to give some people a little bit of trouble. But what you want to do is just set it to low for whatever minutes it calls or whatever temp it calls for on your pressure cooker, and don't worry about the meat stew selection. So, got to hit start. That one's running, and just so we'll know how long it takes to come up to pressure and finish cooking. And then both of these, I think, call for a natural release. For this one says 4 minutes, and this one says 5 minutes. So, when they get done, we'll do that. I'll be back. Okay, so there goes the Instant Pot, and it has completed. And for those of you that don't understand a natural release, it's real simple. You don't do anything until it counts up until, I think, was the 4 minutes. Let me look. Yep, it wants 4 minutes of natural release, which all that means is you don't do anything. And when that says 4 minutes right here, we'll release the pressure, which is then called they refer to it sometimes as a quick release, but first thing we got to do is 4 minutes. I know a lot of people don't understand the stuff, so I might be over explaining it for some, but there'll be people that don't. So anyhow, and we can say we're at 19 minutes right here, and it came to pressure a little quicker than the Ninja. We still got a minute left, so I'll be back when that one times out, and we'll do it all here shortly. Okay, there it went to 4 minutes, so that's the end of our 4 minutes of natural release. So now all we do is release the pressure. And there's not a lot left. And you can also see the Ninja, it timed out, and it's 2 minutes and 18 seconds into its 5 minute. This recipe right here called for 5 minutes of natural release. So when that hits 5, we'll do the same thing right there. And when that pin drops, right here, we'll be able to take this lid off. So, leave that. Okay, there went the pin on the Instant Pot at 24 minutes and 30 seconds. So, technically, you can serve this, once you stir it up a little bit, you can serve it right now. So, under 25 minutes, and you've got chicken tortilla soup. And we're fixing to see how it is. I'm going to leave it right there while this gets to 5 minutes, and we're going to start its bleed down, or its quick release, once it hits the 5 minute mark. So y'all bear with me for that, and then we'll get a bowl of each of these out. All right, might be a little bit overkill, but I'm going to go ahead and when this time's up to 5 to show you what you do here, which is the same thing. As that hits 5 minutes, that's the natural release time they wanted for this recipe. Now we release the pressure, and when that pin drops, we take that lid off. All right, there went the pin on the Ninja. And for the Farfalle, so let's get this open and stir it up just a little bit. And it's at just over 28 minutes, which makes both of these under 30 minutes, start to finish, pressure up and everything. I'm going to stir it just a little bit. And we're going to get some bowls out. Hey, it looks good. Both of them do. Anytime you can cook restaurant quality, if you ask me, and that's what it looks a lot like, and I think it's going to be really close, at your house in a pressure cooker. And everything, to me, from a freezer, I think it just does better. And the thing is, I can't drive to most places that would serve anywhere near good quality, anywhere near in 30 minutes, if you know what I mean. I got to rinse this off. I don't want to transfer a bunch of tortilla stew into my Farfalle. So, get a couple out. I'm going to have to let it cool a little bit, and we're going to do that. I am going to show it to you right out of the pressure cooker. And without tasting it, I'll say it, I'm impressed in under 30 minutes. And I said it before, I'm so happy when people do things like this. I mean, this is a great idea. And you won't, I mean, it's just, it's a good idea. I'll leave it at that. We're going to let these cool just a minute and come back and we're going to taste them. They look good. If they're as good as they look, I'm going to be happy. Okay, I want to show you about how much is left. Now that's 36 minutes in. That means it's been cooling for about 8 minutes. And take my word, it's still hot. There's how much is left too. It's a good bit of food. And I think it says it feeds 4 easily. There's no doubt. Those are hefty bowls I've got sitting there also. So I'm going to taste one, and it's still plenty hot. And I mean the mushrooms and the bow tie or the butterfly pasta. And the chicken. It's excellent. That is exactly what I would expect. Now the chicken tortilla stew with black beans, red pepper, and corn. And they have suggestions on the back, by the way. I didn't do them because, I mean, I have them. But like this one called for cilantro and maybe sour cream and some lime. And I got all of those. But I wanted you to see what it looks like right out of this, out of the pressure cooker, so you kind of have an idea of what you're working with. And I'm not crazy about bell peppers, red peppers, but I'm going to try it. And that is excellent. I mean, an excellent flavor. I don't think you could beat it at a restaurant. I just don't. Again, I'm really happy to see that somebody's doing this. I mean, it's well, under 30 minutes, and you can put it on your table. At around 35, it's cool enough to eat. Here's the rec, the chef's rec. There's what I was talking about. That's what they recommend if you wanted to get that while you were at the store getting this. And this one, basil, and I had that too. So, anyhow, my hat's off to them. That's a great idea. It's an excellent idea and a really good meal. Under 30 minutes, healthy. They got all. Read their website. Their website is a lot better than I can explain it. There's nothing wrong with the taste and the simplicity of it, other than that one little thing where they put the beef stew. The meat stew selection. I would have left that off. Just use custom and set it to low, and set your times. So, anyhow, maybe JLO and Arod and Brad and Kim will all subscribe and comment. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all all. Come back to see me. Get you some of this. I think you'll be impressed. I really do. And I wouldn't tell you if I didn't. I'm not, by the way, not affiliated. I pay for these out of my pocket. Nobody there knows who I am. Anyhow, it's real good. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.